Good evening, USFFL, and for the second time tonight, we are bringing you live USFFL action. Late night football, midnight Eastern kickoff, approximate. The Seattle Seahawks, undefeated and at home tonight, hosting the 4-2 Cleveland Browns. Coming up right now, USFFL action. All right, let's go ahead and get out to the stadium and see what's going on. Action already in progress. Still scoreless. Seahawks have the ball approaching midfield. 9:54 to go, first quarter. Seahawks had the first possession. They were 3 and out. Browns had the next possession. They were 6 and out. They had 1 first down. Seahawks now on their second drive. So both teams coming up with defensive stops on the opening drive. Third down and 6 here for Seattle. And back to pass, looking short. But I'm going to dump it off instead. And a catch is made, but not enough. 4-yard pass in the flat to DK Metcalf is all. Brought down by Martin Emerson. And it's 4th and 2 for Seattle. In their own territory, at their own 49. They're going to go for it. Back to pass. Quick slant over the middle to the tight end. And a first down to Noah Fant. And a 9 in the 0-man column defensively. 6 on the white die. Help there. 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 42. And another quick slant over the middle. Right back to Noah Fant. And a good play. Catch of 6 yards. And personal foul against the defense is going to mark off yardage. It's a first down. Seattle now at the Cleveland 21. Browns guessing run, but here's a button hook pass again. This time to the tailback, Kenneth Walker, and he's going to get 9. Second down and 1 at the Cleveland 12. Seahawks on the march here. 2 tight end set. Walker the tailback. Safety up close showing blitz for Cleveland is Juan Thornhill. Your defense guesses run. It's another flat pass. Kenneth Walker's got it. And he's got room. And he's going to go into the end zone. There are no flags. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith to Kenneth Walker for the 12-yard catch and run touchdown. Geno is now 7 of 9 for 43 yards. Extra point is up and good, and the Seahawks at the 7-12 mark of the first quarter draw first blood at home and are leading the Browns 7-zip. Browns taking over now at their own 25-yard line. Seattle on defense is rated average against the pass, average to poor against the run. There's a pitch out, run, Jerome Ford around the edge, and he's going to get 5. Second down and 5 at the 30. Ford on his own card just missed the snake eyes, which reads plus 69. Second and 5, he'll try again. Pitch out, left side. Ford goes around the edge, and he's got 5 more. This time on the defensive card, and that's going to move the sticks. Browns now out to the 35-yard line. Seattle has 1 star-rated blitzer. It's going to be their left outside linebacker, Boye Mafe, 12 with a star 1. Here's a first down run to Ford again off tackle. Right side, he's going to get 4 yards. There was a linebacker in the zone. 2nd down and 6. Ford staying in the game here. Here's a deep ball to Elijah Moore, and it is incomplete. Caught the defense looking run, but even on wrong. Joe Flacco at quarterback for the Browns. Caught his interception split roll. Was lucky to miss the pick. It's 3rd down and 6. Back to pass and looking deep again is Flacco, and it's incomplete. Flacco just missing the long gain on his card. It's 4th and 6, and the Browns will punt. From their 39, Bjorquez with a nice 51-yard boot to the 10. Little short return there by DJ Dallas, and the Seahawks will take over 1st and 10 at their 17. Mentioned Seattle is 6-0 on the season, undefeated. Seahawks are coached by Dennis Crowley, who is tied for the USFFL record with 4 world championships, going for his 5th. Here's a flat pass to his tight end, Fant, and a yak opportunity for him that Fant turns into a 16-yard catch and run. Noah Fant with a good roll, making the most of his C-rated yak. Seahawks now up to their own 33. And there's another flat pass to their other tight end, and Will Disley's got it. Gain of 4 on that one. 2nd down and 6. Another flat pass to Disley, and it's going to be a 3-yard pickup, but defense is going to get a 5-yard penalty for being offside. Seattle elects to take it. Saves the down. It's 2nd and 1. Seattle at their own 42 now. 2 tight end set. Kenneth Walker, the tailback. Defense crashes run, but it's a deep ball. Empty zone there. Goes to the defensive card, and that's going to be caught for a long gain. Kenneth Walker's got it. And let's see how far he goes. All the way. Touchdown. Kenneth Walker, as they crashed in on him for a run, goes for a 58-yard touchdown reception from Geno Smith. And with 3:36 to go here in the first quarter, after the extra point, the Seahawks are beating Cleveland 14-0 at home. We mentioned Cleveland has Joe Flacco at quarterback today. He's carded at 204 attempts. Thought we'd take a look. They've about split. Flacco has 93 attempts on the year and Deshaun Watson 83. First down, run of 3 yards. 2nd and 7 for the Browns. Seattle safety up close, showing blitz. We should get used to that from Condre Diggs. He does that a lot for Seattle under the head coach of Dennis Crowley. And another 3-yard run for Jerome Ford. So that makes it 3rd down and 4 for Cleveland. They're at their own 31. 2 tight end set. Ford still in the game. The aforementioned Diggs up close showing blitz. Defense guesses run, but it's back to pass. Flacco looking short, and that pass is incomplete. Pass intended for Amari Cooper, but the defender, Tariq Woolen, good enough to make the stop there. 4th and 4, and Cleveland punts from the 31, and it's a doozy. 63-yard punt in the air for Bjorquez. And from there, it's going to trickle on into the end zone for a touchback. A little bit too much leg in it, as it turns out. But Seattle takes over possession again now, 1st and 10 at their 20. So Seattle back with the possession. Up 2 scores already. Coach Crowley's Seahawks are the last remaining unbeaten team in the USFFL. First down pitch out. Kenneth Walker around the edge, and he's got 5 yards. Brought down by Taki. 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Geno Smith looks short and incomplete. Intended for DJ Metcalf. Hits his interception split roll. But Geno is not turnover prone. Didn't roll the snake eyes. It's 3rd and 5. Browns could really use a stop here. They bring out the nickel. Staring across at 2 tight ends, Disley and Fant. As usual, they've been busy for Seattle. Here's a button hook, 1 man in zone. Kenneth Walker out of the backfield, gets receiver result, and Walker's got the catch, and he gets exactly 5 yards. Move the chains. Kenneth Walker, his 5th catch of the game. He has 89 receiving yards of Geno's 126 passing. 1st and 10, Seattle at their 30. There's a first down run, Charbonnet. And Zach's got 4 yards. It's 2nd down and 6. First quarter, winding down here. This should be the final play. 3 wide receivers on the field. Jackson Smith and Jigba in the slot. Browns in a nickel. There's a dive up the middle to Zach Charbonnet. Defense look and run. Puts a linebacker in the zone. And nevertheless, that's going to plow forward for 3 yards. Center had a chance to make a block and spring it for 7, but Evan Brown rated 0 for run block. 3rd and 3. That's the end of the first quarter in Seattle. Home team is up 14-0 on the Browns. Big 3rd and 3 here for the Seahawks. 2 tight ends on the field. Defense looks pass. It's pitch out. Kenneth Walker going to try to do it himself. Goes to the defensive card, and Walker around the edge is brought down, but again, right at the sticks. A 3rd and 5, he ran for 5. A 3rd and 3, he runs for 3. And the Seahawks march on, 1st and 10 at their own 40. First down, flat pass, right side, right back to the tight end, Fant. And Geno on his guard connects for a 6-yard completion. 2nd and 4. They'll keep 2 tight ends on the field. Seattle's outgained Cleveland in this game, 151 to just 23. 2nd and 4, back to pass, looking short for DK and incomplete. That time, Geno was flirting with an interception, not on his own card, but on the defensive card. There were certainly chances there, but he misses it. 3rd and 4. So Seahawks need another 3rd down conversion from their own 46. 2 tight ends. Four 3 here for the Browns. Will they run it on 3rd down again? Converted 3rd and 5 and 3rd and 3 with Kenneth Walker on this drive. And indeed, they pitch out to Walker. Defense guesses run, but nobody in the zone. To the defensive car we go, and Walker's going to get 3 yards and come up 1 yard short. Seattle at their own 49. And if you know Dennis Crowley at all, you already knew that offense was staying on the field. 4th and 1, 2 tight ends set for the Seahawks. They're up 14-0. Looking to pile on. Early 2nd quarter. Browns need a stop. They've got the 4-3 out there. Defense looks pass. It's a run. Walker right up the middle. And Walker on the defensive card is going to get the first down. But wait a second. Penalty is for holding. Back up the Seahawks. That's the difference. That makes it 4th and 11, and they're punting from their own 39. So a timely penalty bails out the Browns, and they'll get the possession back. Here comes a punt from Dixon. It's 59 yards and rolls on into the end zone from there. So another one that goes too long. Touchback and Cleveland. will begin possession now at their own 20. Still down 14-0. Fast-moving game here at the late night. Here's a first down pitch out. Jerome Ford again around the edge, and he's going to get 5. 8 rushes, 35 yards in the game so far for Jerome Ford. Carded for 204 carries. That was more than I recall. 2nd and 5 here. Browns operating out of a 2 tight end set. Hawks are looking run, but it's a pass. Looking short, Flacco goes and incomplete. Tried to hit his tailback Ford, couldn't hit him. Flacco is 0 for 7. So he is struggling. And it's 3rd down and 5. Browns stay in a 2 tight end set. Seattle has 4 linebackers on the field. Back to pass. Flacco looking short. Scanning the field. He's forced to dump it off. This one's going to David Njoku. He needs 5 yards, and the tight end goes to the defensive card, and he's got it. First down yardage as he converts with a gain of 13 yards. 6 on the white die. Sent that to the 0-man column, and the Browns are out to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10. In earlier action, the winless Indianapolis Colts are winless no longer, as they got a late field goal and beat the 6-1 New Orleans Saints by a score of 20-19. First down run off tackle, and Jerome Ford goes to his card and goes nowhere as Ford hits the 5 number. A death knell for running backs at 2nd and 10. Cleveland Browns trying to slay the Giant, the USFFL's last remaining unbeaten team. Back to pass. Flacco looking deep and caught the defense guessing run. Receiver, and that's going to be actually a long gain. Elijah Moore, 47 yards down to the Seattle 15 as Elijah Moore and Joe Flacco connect, hitting the crosshairs on a long pass with the blitz on. As I alluded to earlier, you can count on 2 things from Seattle: a lot of safety blitzing and a lot of aggression in 4th down situations. We've seen both of those. And in this moment, it cost them. Browns now in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 15. Flacco, 2 of 9 now for that 60 yards. 47 on that play. First down pitch out. Jerome Ford, defense crashed run, and that's going to be a loss of 2 yards. Njoku was trying to make the block and couldn't match the die, plus a linebacker in the zone and a short yardage run call. So big stuff on first down at 2nd and 12 for the Browns. Easy field goal range from here, but they're thinking more than that. Off tackle Jerome Ford, and he's got good yardage and into the secondary. And Jerome Ford takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown! Jerome Ford goes off tackle and gets the short gain on the defensive card. A 17-yard touchdown run up the middle. Ford now 11 carries, 50 yards. The extra point is up and good. And with 9:18 to go here in the second quarter, the Browns punch their ticket on the scoreboard and cut that lead in half. Seahawks are up 14-7. Touchback on the ensuing kickoff, and the Seahawks up by 7 will begin their possession at their own 25. That drive for the Browns, 7 plays, 80 yards, 3 first downs, and culminating in a 17-yard touchdown run for Jerome Ford. So now Seattle with the ball, first down pitch out for them as well. Kenneth Walker around the edge, and he's got room up the sideline. Kenneth Walker is across midfield and a 35-yard scamper. As Walker now also has 50 yards rushing on the day. Seattle first and 10 at the Cleveland 40. Seahawks with good weapons across the field offensively. 3 wide receivers. They'll split out here. And it's a run call right at the middle. Defense was looking run. Kenneth Walker goes to the defensive card, and Walker's going to get himself a 5-yard gain. Beats the defensive tackle on that one. Dalvin Tomlinson. So 2nd and 5. At the Cleveland 35, Seattle already in fringe field goal range. They'll split out 3 wide receivers again. Browns will operate out of the nickel. 2nd and 5, off tackle run, and going nowhere. Zach Charbonnet. Three wide receivers on the field dictated that with a 1 roll, that went to the right column, and Charbonnet could not do anything with it. So 3rd down and 6 now for Seattle. They're at the 36. A sack would almost certainly take them out of field goal range. Excuse me. Back to pass, looking short and incomplete. Intended for Tyler Lockett. 4th and 6 of the 36. Field goal attempt coming, and I'm sorry I'm losing my voice. And that field goal is shanked by Jason Myers. He did not lose the variable battle, so he did have a shot 2 through 6, 11, and 12, but rolled the 7. And the Browns defense holds. Cleveland gets the ball back now at their own 43. Now only down by 7. Still 7 minutes and change remaining here in first half action. On those field goal odds, it's interesting. I did wonder if Dennis might have considered going for it. I'd be curious. So Browns with the ball now, 1st and 10 at their own 33. Blocking back formation. Back to pass. Looking short. He's doubled. Amari Cooper got a man all over him, and it's incomplete. And that would have been complete without the double team. That was a defender roll, and the 5 on the white die would have been good enough to beat Tariq Woolen. But with the double, it was incomplete at 2nd and 10. So great call there, Coach Dennis Crowley. Back to pass, looking deep, hitting an empty zone as the safety was on the move again. And it's going to be another deep bomb to Elijah Moore. He's got another one. 35 yards as Elijah Moore from Joe Flacco once again puts the Browns on the verge of the red zone at the Seattle 22. Injury on the play to Jaron Reed of Seattle. I happen to know that's a defensive tackle. A nose tackle, actually. 4 rated, 7 pass rush. That'll now be a 0 and 2. Flat pass goes to Njoku, and on his own card, Njoku is going to go for 7. So a nice first down pickup of 7 yards. Flacco to Njoku. And just like that, it is 2nd and 3 Cleveland at the Seattle 15-yard line. The Cleveland offense finally waking up a bit. And on 2nd and 3, here's a pitch out. This one goes to Pierre Strong. And Strong goes to the defensive card. And Pierre Strong goes for the edge and gets around it. And he's almost into the end zone. Brought down up a yard short. Pick up a 14, short gain on the defensive card. And it is 1st and goal, Cleveland at the Seattle 1. Pierre Strong carded for 63 run attempts. Here's a sneak up the middle of Flacco, and he's got himself a touchdown. Cleveland goes in again. Flacco on the dive. Extra point by Riley Patterson is good. And 4:48 to go here in the first half. We're all tied up at 14. Nice comeback for Cleveland. Back-to-back touchdown drives for the Browns. This one, 5 plays, 57 yards. So a brand new ball game. Seattle starts out at their own 25 with an off-tackle run. Kenneth Walker into a pass defense. And Walker is going to go to his own car but lose a yard as 3 wide receivers were on the field. And that converted it to the right column. 5-yard penalty, though, wipes even that away. Dead ball foul. 1st and 15 now for Seattle at their own 20. Hawks in a 2 tight end set again. Here's a flat pass going to Noah Fant. He's got a catch in good space. Noah Fant gets into the secondary for a pickup of 20. Short gain on Geno Smith's card. He's got 3 of those short gains in the wrong column. He found one of them. And snake eyes on the return for Noah Fant. He's now got 5 catches, 57 yards on the day. And the Seahawks are 1st and 10 out to their own 40. Browns get the opening possession of the second half. First down pitch out. Kenneth Walker goes around the edge and brought down right away. Myles Garrett wraps him up. 2nd and 10. Kenneth Walker found his wrong column, but also found the wrong result. So 2nd and 10, 2 tight ends. Walker's out. Zach Charbonnet's in. Geno Smith back to pass. Looks short and incomplete. He was looking for DK Metcalf. Couldn't hit him. So 3rd and 10 now for Seattle at their own 40. 3 minutes, 18 seconds left in the first half. This will be an important play. Seahawks are 2 of 6 now on 3rd downs. Browns are 2 of 5. Spread formation, 4 wide receivers here for the Seahawks. Geno Smith in the shotgun. Kenneth Walker beside him. Geno back to pass. Looking short. And he is looking for Jake Bobo, but he is brought down. Never got rid of it as he is sacked on the play. Sion Taki with a 5-yard sack. And Seattle on 4th and 15 will have to punt from their 35. .242 on the clock as Dixon gets off a 52-yard punt. Rolls for another 9 on top of that, and that's not good news for Cleveland as it backs them up all the way to their 4-yard line. So 2:24 remaining in the first half. Browns and Seahawks are tied at 14. Cleveland's got the ball, 1st and 10 at their 4. Tailback Pierre Strong, safety up close. Cadre Diggs showing blitz, little eye candy in case you're thinking about taking a chance and throwing into that blitz. He's hit Elijah Moore on that a couple times. First down flat pass going to tight end Jordan Akins, and that pass is going to be picked off. Interception inside the red zone for the Seattle defense. And the return is to the house. Boye Mafe with the pick 6. And an 8-yard return only. An incredibly unfortunate pass there just before halftime from Joe Flacco has put Seattle on top. 20-14. Wow, that was sudden. Tough day for Flacco. 4 of 13, 102, and a pick. Extra point is up and good. And it is 21-14. Seahawks on top. Kick return gets Cleveland out to the 25, and we've reached the 2-minute warning here in Seattle. First half action, Seahawks up 21-14 on Cleveland. Cleveland's got the ball at the 25, 2 tight end set. Jerome Ford is your tailback. Flacco back to pass, looking deep, and that's incomplete. Was going for Jordan Akins, could not hit him. Injury along the play, along the offensive line for the Browns. Center, Ethan Posick. This is a 7-rated pass blocker against linebackers. So a big injury right up the middle. And that makes things a whole different ball game for the chances of a Boye Mafe sack on the blitz in this game. Mafe, who just had that pick 6. He's a 12-star 1 on pass rush. 2nd and 10 Browns from their 25. Back to pass, looking deep. Going to Amari Cooper, and that is going to be incomplete. And that was an empty zone there by Seattle. They had bailed out of the long pass zone, and it indeed did go to the defensive card, but sadly for the Browns, only for an interception split roll. So 3rd and 10. Cleveland from their 25. Safety up close, showing blitz again. Flacco out of the shotgun, back to pass, and he is brought down. Leonard Williams with a 9-yard sack on the play as Seattle burns their first time out. Stopping the clock at 1:37 to go before halftime, and the Browns will punt from their own 16-yard line. Big sack there, Leonard Williams. Corey Bajorka is up to punt, and he's got himself a mediocre punt at best. 44 yards in the air. DJ Dallas settles underneath it and grabs a nice run up the sidelines for 18. Nice return into Cleveland territory. 90 seconds left before halftime. Seahawks up 21-14. They're 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 42. Here's a look-in pass and incomplete. Personal foul on the play, though. Cleveland starting to unravel. A big defensive penalty. March off 15, and the Seahawks are 1st and 10 at Cleveland's 27. Seahawks, 2 tight ends, safety up close. Flat pass, right back to Lockett again. And this one, Gino connects on his car for a 5-yard catch and run. That gets Lockett back to the positive. 2 catches, 3 yards on the game. Not a big day for him so far. Seattle burns its second timeout, stops the clock with 1:15 to go before halftime. 2nd and 5 at the 22. Three wide receivers split out here for Seattle. Browns at a 4-2-5. They crash. Show run defense. Back to pass. Geno Smith. He's going to throw into it. Slot receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba has the catch. And Smith-Njigba's got the lane into the end zone. Touchdown. 22-yard catch and run. Geno Smith to Jackson Smith-Njigba as he hits the long gain in the three-man column short pass. Geno with his third touchdown pass of the first half. And Seattle, again, opens up a 2-touchdown lead as the extra point is good. And it's 28-14 Seahawks. Boy, this game really turned on that pick six. Touchback on the ensuing kick, and 60 seconds left before halftime. The Browns will begin at their own 25. Two tight ends are in there. Kareem Hunt's the tailback, and he's going to run it right up the middle. Kareem Hunt goes, and he's got good yardage. Kareem Hunt breaks right through for a nice gain. 14 yards out to the 39-yard line, and Cleveland burns its first time out. Stops it at 52 seconds. Cleveland's at their own 39. Here's a pitch out. Jerome Ford around the left edge, and he's got a good gain. And Jerome Ford goes up the sidelines and keeps on going into the Seattle red zone. A 42-yard run. Jerome Ford hits snake eyes on the defensive card. And back-to-back runs of 14 and 42. Cleveland is now 1st and 10 at the Seattle 19-yard line. They take their second time out. They have one remaining. In fact, both teams with one remaining. 45 seconds long. 45 seconds remaining. Jerome Ford steps out, takes a breather. It's Pierre Strong now in at tailback for the Browns. Flat pass, left side, goes to Njoku, and he's got the catch. And the run into the red zone and down to the 9. Pickup of 10 on the play. Move the sticks. Clock stops at 37 seconds remaining before halftime. 1st and goal at the 9 for Cleveland. That catch from Njoku brought to you by a 6 on the white die on a flat pass to the zero-man column. And if the Browns can get a touchdown here, again, they've got the possession coming out in the second half. They got time for a good 3-4 shots at the end zone here. They'll start in a blocking back formation. Cadre Diggs up close, showing blitz out of the safety spot for Seattle. And Flacco back to pass, looking short and incomplete, trying to hit Jordan Akins and couldn't get him. Flacco just missing his numbers. It's 2nd and goal at the 9. Clock now at 30 seconds. An interception by Boye Mafe, the only turnover of this game. Diggs up close, showing blitz again for Seattle. Off tackle, Jerome Ford going to try to run it on his card. Jerome Ford marches right into the end zone. Touchdown. But a penalty is going to wipe it away. Jerome Ford hits the short gain and gets the score, but offensive line moved too early, back him up 5 yards. Dead ball foul. It's 2nd and goal at the 14. So a really bad break there for Cleveland. Flacco out of the shotgun, blocking back set. Ford and Akins in the backfield. Hawks out of the nickel. Blitz being shown by the safety. Flacco back to pass. Looks short and no good, incomplete. Jordan Akins is who he was attempting to hit. It ended up striking the only blank spot on the short pass three-man column for the Seattle defense. So good break there for Seattle. It's 3rd and goal at the 14 for the Browns. Same formation, Flacco out of the shotgun. Safety showing blitz again. 22 seconds remains on the clock. Back to pass. Flacco looking short, and he has got his man, but not to the end zone. An 11-yard pickup. It's 4th and goal at the 3. And the field goal kicker is coming out. So Cleveland's going to get their points. Riley Patterson for the 20-yard chippy, and it is good. So Cleveland has to settle for the field goal. That makes it 28-17 in favor of Seattle. And with 8 seconds left, the Browns kick off. Penalty on the kickoff against Cleveland is declined, and Seattle will come out with 1 second showing on the clock and run the final offensive play of the first half, barring penalty. Gino operating out of a 2 tight end set. He'll take a knee, and that'll take our game to halftime as Seattle at home. A couple late touchdowns as assumed a 28-17 lead over the Cleveland Browns. Both coaches congratulate on a good half, and we're seeing if they're ready or if they're going to take a break. While we wait for that, we'll look at the NFC West standings. You can see Seattle at 6-0 is in first, but they've got the Niners hot on their heels at 6-1. The Niners, incidentally, their only loss on the year was to these same Cleveland Browns. So if the Browns were to somehow win tonight, they would be the only team to beat the 6-1 Seahawks and the only team to beat the 6-1 49ers. But they're 11 points behind as we open the second half. There was a nice kick return to open the half by Pierre Strong, but it was wiped away with a special teams penalty, and the Browns will begin second half, 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. Flacco really struggled in the first half. We'll see if he can turn it up here. Here's a first down run, pitch out around the edge. Jerome Ford. Defense looking pass. So Ford looking for his card, wrong column. And indeed, he does get it, but a bad roll. He ends up with a 0. So nothing doing on first down. Bobby Wagner on the tackle. It's 2nd and 10. Browns at the 15. We mentioned Flacco struggling in this game. Just 6 of 19. 31% completions. He has a pick. Elijah Moore has caught a couple of long passes. He's got 3 catches, 93 yards to pace the team. And as we wait patiently for a play call on this second half drive, we have to allow for the possibility that we may have had our coaches drop connection. We'll have to keep an eye and see what happens. We try to type to see if it's just me. Yeah, well, my chat didn't appear, so I'd say I've got a problem. I need to reestablish connectivity. So let me do that real quick. New ID, actually. So it was not just me. And we're back. Jerome Ford running for 5 yards on 2nd and 10. Setting up a more manageable 3rd and 5. Jerome Ford on the day now. 14 rushes, 97 yards. And a touchdown. So the Browns having some success in the running game. They need this 3rd and 5 conversion. 3 wide receivers splitting out for him. Diggs up close, showing blitz out of the nickel for Seattle. Back to pass, Flacco. He's looking deep. Man in zone. Flacco on his own card. Forced to scramble with it. But it's going to be a holding penalty against the offense. Flacco didn't get enough yardage to have converted the first down anyway, but they'll back it up. 3rd and 15 Cleveland now at their own 10. So Cleveland already down 11 points here early second half. Staring at possibly punting from inside their own 10-yard line. Flacco in the shotgun. Jerome Ford stays in at tailback. Flacco back to pass. He is indeed looking deep and no good, incomplete. Flacco trying to find Jordan Akins. Couldn't get him. 4th and 15, and Cleveland will punt from the 10. And a 54-yard punt and a fair catch by DJ Dallas. Seattle will begin 1st and 10 at their own 36. So the undefeated Seahawks up by 11 in the second half, looking to lean on a lead here. First down pitch out. Kenneth Walker around the edge, and he's going to get a 1-yard loss. Zadarius Smith on the tackle. 4 on the white die, not good enough to best Zadarius Smith. 2nd and 11. 2 tight ends set for Seattle. Back to pass. Geno Smith looking deep. Going to his tailback again. Kenneth Walker, and that pass is incomplete. Geno hit the interception split roll, even though it was a 0-man column roll. And avoided the 2-6 interception. It's 3rd and 11 for Seattle. They'll go spread formation here. 4-1-6 dime shown here by Cleveland. Geno back to pass, looking deep. This one's going to DJ Metcalf. And that is going to be a dump-off. He settles instead for a dump-off. Slot receiver Jackson Smith and Jigba has got the catch and run, but only gets 6 yards. Couldn't make the most of that 0-man column when he found it. 4th and 5, and Seattle punts from their own 41. 52-yard punt down to the 8 and a short return up to the 9, and the Cleveland Browns, 11:06 left, third quarter, take over, 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line. Still plenty of time left in the game. Pierre Strong in at tailback for Cleveland. First down screen going to Pierre Strong out of the backfield, but he doesn't get it off. Leonard Williams is in again for another sack, and this one's a safety. Leonard Williams brings him down in the end zone. Seattle takes a 30-17 lead on that play. 13 points now. And after a free kick, they get possession again now at their own 31. So another big play in this game. The first one was that Boye Mafe pick six inside the 10-yard line of Cleveland. And now inside their own 10-yard line, a safety on a sack. It's a free 9 points and a big piece of this 13-point advantage for Seattle. Browns got a sack on first down by Dalvin Tomlinson, who missed a block earlier, but came through there, 2nd and 16. And here's a second down run, and just 2 yards. Kenneth Walker can't get there. Za'Darius Smith on the tackle. It's 3rd down and 14. And 3 wide receivers will split out here for Seattle. Here's a little button hook over the middle, and that's caught by the tailback, Walker. And he's got himself a nice pickup for a first down. He scampers for 16 yards. Attacked the 0-man column. And Seattle is 1st and 10 at their own 43. Geno Smith now over 200 yards, 17-25, 201 with 3 tutties. Geno back to pass, looking short and incomplete. Trying to hit Tyler Lockett, 2nd and 10. Cleveland's still in the game against the undefeated Seahawks, but they're fighting to keep control. Back to pass, Smith looks short, got his man, DK Metcalf. That's enough for a first down into Cleveland territory, brought down at the 47. Gain of 10, just Metcalf's 2nd catch on the day. Over 200 yards passing on the day for Geno Smith. But Lockett and Metcalf have combined for only 17 yards. It's been Kenneth Walker and Noah Fant primarily. The aforementioned Fant here on a flat pass, doubled by the safety. So a great call there. Sniffing it out is Dan Marin. Doubled in the flat to the defensive car we go. It's incomplete, and a holding penalty is called on the offense to boot. So now Seattle 1st and 20 at their own 43. And that'll put Cleveland back in a nickel defense here. And then they guess run. It is run. Kenneth Walker up the middle on his own car. It's going to get just 2 yards. Nice call again by Coach Dan Marin. It's 2nd and 18. There is a injury on the play to Seattle's Damian Lewis. Lewis is an offensive left guard. Pass block 7. Run block 4. Replaced by a 4 pass block. And on 2nd and 18, here's a pitch out, and Kenneth Walker loses 3 yards. Darius Smith brings him down quickly. Third tackle of the game by Zadarius. 3rd and 21 now for Seattle. At their own 42. 2 tight ends set. I expect a conservative call here, but you never know. And indeed, it's a deep pass and incomplete. Went ahead and went deep to his tailback again. 0 men in zone and went to the defensive card. So Browns flirted with danger, but got the incompletion. And on 4th and 21, Seattle punts from their 42. That's a nice punt down to the 7-yard line. Fair caught there. And so Cleveland again staring at a long field. 1st and 10 at their own 7. 5:24 to go, third quarter. Things have not worked out well for Cleveland when they've been deep in their own end today. Average drive starting for Seattle tonight at the 30, for Cleveland at the 21. So 1st and 10 at the 7, 2 tight ends. Jerome Ford, the tailback, back to pass, looking deep, and it's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty against the offense. It's not holding, or that might have been another safety. Dead ball foul. They march him back halfway to the goal line. It's 1st and 13 for Cleveland at their own 4. Eye candy from the Seattle safety again. Diggs is poking around up by the line of scrimmage. Browns out of a 2 tight end set. Here's an off tackle. Jerome Ford, left side, is going to get 3 yards. So he gets the penalty yardage back, and it's 2nd and 10 at the 7. And I think anything that gets you at least 5 yards here for Cleveland is a successful play. You got to open up that playbook on 3rd down. You do not want to be passing here from the 7 and having to look downfield. Back to pass, looking deep. The blitz is on, but the zone is empty deep. He avoids the rush, but he's forced to dump it off. This one's going to tight end, David Njoku. And Njoku on receiver column is going nowhere. Incomplete, as Njoku has an exceptional card, flat pass right, but a terrible roll, and it's 3rd and 10 at the 7. And so, indeed, they're going to have to stare down the blitz again here on 3rd down if they want to go for it. They're looking deep. Empty zone. Blitz is on, and they got him. Draymond Jones on the sack, and another safety as he's brought down in the end zone. 2nd safety this quarter for the Seattle defense, and they are now up 32-17. Back-to-back offensive drives in the 3rd quarter for Cleveland. Boy, it's been a rough 3rd quarter for Cleveland. When you think they came out and had the first possession down only 28-17, and they had to punt it right away, and then they've had a couple of safeties on their possessions after that. So, brutal. A 15-point lead. Seattle now with possession. 1st and 10 at their own 30. Off tackle, Zach Charbonnet, and he's going to get 6. Clock winding inside of 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Seahawks up 32-17 on Cleveland. All out blitz, flat pass though. Jackson Smith and Jigba open zone, but they can't avoid the blitz. Sacked by Myles Garrett. So a big sack there. Loss of just 3, but 3rd and 7 as Myles Garrett comes through. Gino back to pass, looking short, and he's going to be forced to scramble with it and can't really get anywhere. Pick up of a couple, but the Seahawks are going to have to punt from their own 35. Michael Dixon, a 52-yard punt, fielded at the 13-yard line by Prochet. Damn it. Returned out to the 18, so that's where the Browns will begin. Here's a first down run off tackle, Pierre Strong. And Pierre's got good yardage, short gain yardage, as a matter of fact, on Seattle's defensive guard. That's good for 18 yards and a first down. Cleveland out to the 36 as they continue to have some success running the ball. Out rushing the Seahawks here today, 147-68. The problem is they've had trouble getting anything going in the passing game. Strong stays in the game at tailback. Digs the safety up close, showing blitz. Here comes a flat pass. Pierre Strong out of the backfield. And Flacco on his own card pops a short gain. Another good yardage pickup for Strong. Up near midfield, brought down at the 49-yard line by Tariq Woolen. First catch of the game for Strong, and the Browns are 1st and 10 now at their own 49 as we've reached the end of the third quarter here in Seattle. We march on to the fourth. Seahawks treating their home fans to a big lead here, 32-17 on the Browns. Browns drive began at their own 18. It's now up near midfield. Third play of the drive here. Pitch out. Pierre Strong's going to run with it again. And Strong on the defensive card pops another short gain. Pierre Strong red hot as he goes for 13 more into Seattle territory down to the 38-yard line. Pierre Strong, 3 rushes for 45 yards. He'll stay in the game here. Blocking back set, but it's a nickel blitz shown here from Seattle. Defense looks past. It's another run right at the middle. Pierre Strong, and he's going to go for just 3 yards. 6 on the white die. Backup center could not make the block. Nick Harris. Although for what it's worth, previously injured, I'm not sure even Ethan Pothchik was going to pop that extra run on a 6. Now he's a run block 4. 2nd and 7, and here's a nice run. Pierre Strong goes for 6. Strong now over 50 yards rushing in the game, and it's 3rd and 1. Browns at the Seattle 29. 13:30 remaining. Kareem Hunt comes in for this 3rd down play. Short yardage crash, inside run, Kareem Hunt, and he powers forward for exactly a yard and stretches it past the marker. So a 1-yard plunge for Kareem Hunt on the right column of his card. Comes through when you need him. 1st and 10 Browns at the Seattle 28-yard line. Off tackle, Pierre Strong, and he's going to lose a yard there. Bobby Wagner, rated to stop the run, brought down forward behind the line of scrimmage. Pierre Strong behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11, back to pass. Flacco looking deep. Nobody in the zone defensively, and that's going to be a deep ball catch. Jordan Akins has got himself a touchdown. Wait a second. He does not. He's actually tackled at the 1. They've marked him out of bounds at the 1. So a 32-yard pass, and it's 1st and goal at the 1. And here's a 5-yard penalty for Cleveland, exactly what you do not need. So, boy, they get to the precipice of the end zone, and 5-yard penalty, 1st and goal at the 6. Indeed, it was 2nd 11 at the 29-yard line, and it was a 28-yard pass because that's as long as Jordan Akins can go. He needed one more yard. Wow. So again, a 5-yard penalty follows that. 1st and goal, Browns at the 6. They've got blocking back set. Pierre Strong stays in the game here off tackle. Strong into a pass defense on the defensive card. He's powering through for 4 yards. Nice pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and goal at the 2. Browns bring out the full house set this time. Ford and Hunt in the backfield. Defense looks run back to pass. Flacco throws in the end zone short and incomplete. Damn near intercepted. He was looking for Amari Cooper, who does not have a catch in this game. And it is 3rd and goal at the 2 for Cleveland. $15 points down. You know they do not want to settle for a field goal. You got to think this is 4-down territory. Full house formation. It's Ford and Hunt, the rushers in the backfield. 3-4 blitz shown here from Seattle. I'd expect the run. Defense calls run. It's another pass. Short. Halfback. Incomplete. Flacco could not hit his tailback forward, and it is 4th and goal at the 2. And a quick decision is made as the Browns already knew it was 4-down territory. They're going for it again. Full house formation. They've thrown out of this formation on 2nd and goal from the 2 and on 3rd and goal from the 2. Missed them both. 4th and goal from the 2. Defense gets his run again. Back to pass. Short. And it's no good. Flacco fails to connect with Amari Cooper. And 3 straight passes on wrong come up empty for Joe Flacco, and Seattle takes over at their own 2-yard line. Big defensive stand there. I mean, listen, you got to put a lot of that in the dice column because it was on wrong each time, but at the same time, there are no flat passes, and short passes are not automatic from down at the 2. Especially with 4 men in the zone. So Seattle taking over now to protect a 15-point lead at the 10-12 mark of the 4th quarter. Here's a 1st down flat pass, and that's good for 8. Right back to Kenneth Walker, his 7th catch in this game for a $113 and 2 tutties. Joe Flacco just 8 of 26 in this game. There's a quick out, flat pass, tight end Will Dissly, and he's going to be incomplete as Dissly couldn't beat the linebacker there. So it'll be 3rd and goal at the 2. 9:18 to go. Browns need to stop. Off tackle, Kenneth Walker into a pass defense. Walker needs it on his card, and Walker is going to get it on his card in the wrong column. And he's good for 5 and a 1st down. Walker now 12 carries, 60 yards in the game. Seahawks 1st and 10 at their own 15. Clock now at 8:42 and running. Seahawks trying to get to 7-0. Quick slant over the middle, tight end Noah Fant. Defense was looking run, so that opens up some opportunities here. And it's incomplete nonetheless on the defensive card, 2nd and 10. Zach Charbonnet in at tailback. And Zach goes off tackle and beats the tackle Jordan Elliott with the white dive for 6 yards. It's 3rd and 4. Screen pass, Kenneth Walker, 2-minute zone. Definitely called run. So there's an opportunity. You want it on the defensive card if you're the Browns. Automatic incompletion. Otherwise, this is going to go. Gino gets it on his card. +5. And the yak on top of that. On a bad yak roll, he has to settle for just that 5 from Gino. That's enough to get you the 4 yards you needed for the first down. Move the sticks. Seattle, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now halfway through the 4th quarter here. Flat pass again, and it's good for 5. 9th reception of the game for Kenneth Walker. Here's another screen pass. Zach Charbonnet. Defensive crash run again. Short yardage defense. And on the defensive guard, it's good for 5 yards. That's enough to move the sticks again. 1st and 10, Seattle at their own 36. Seattle still up by 15. 6:18 to go. This will be the 9th play of the drive. They already have 3 first downs. Back to pass, looking deep. DK Metcalf, and he's doubled. So a nice call defensively. So it's going to be a dump off. Little flat dump off here to the slot receiver. Jackson Smith and Jigba is good for 7. Could have been much worse at the 0-man column if you're Cleveland. 2nd and 3. Charbonnet still in at tailback. And here's a run off tackle, and Charbonnet is good for 5. Guard Jason Peters sprang for the block, but got the first down. Seattle now from their own 48 first down, and another run. Kenneth Walker is good for 2 yards, and that'll get you right to midfield. 2nd and 8, Seattle at the 50. And they are just draining clock. 4.5 minutes remain as they grind out first downs. Off tackle again, Zach Charbonnet. He gets 3 yards, and it's going to make it 3rd and 5. So big 3rd down here for Cleveland. Probably your last chance. They get the first down here. They'll easily run it down to the 2-minute warning, you'd think. Here's a run up the middle. Kenneth Walker on his own cards. Good for 3. Not quite enough. 4th and 2 at the 44. 3:18 left on the clock. Seattle's going to punt. And offsides Cleveland. Just when you think they're going to get the ball back, Cleveland runs into the line too early on a punt. And the Seattle drive continues. 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 39-yard line. First down run off tackle, and Zach Charbonnet is good for 6. 2nd down and 4 at the 33. Off tackle again, and Charbonnet with another 5. Move the sticks. 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 28. Here comes the 16th play of the drive. Off tackle, and Charbonnet gets just 1 yard. Cleveland will take their first time out. 2nd and 9 off tackle, and Charbonnet loses a couple. And it's 3rd and 11 at the 29 as the Cleveland takes their second timeout. 1:45 remains. Full house, back to pass, looking short. And that's going to be caught and a personal foul against Cleveland. And that'll about do it. 1st and goal now at the 7 for Seattle. And Geno Smith takes a knee. Cleveland burns their final timeout. Boy, Seattle. 2nd and goal at the 8 here, taking a knee on what will be the 20th play of a game-ending drive that had 6 first downs. Talk about killing the clock. And taking a knee here for what amounts to the 22nd play of the game-ending drive, snuffing out the final minutes of the game. Let me go ahead and get an invite to the coaches. Final score from Seattle. Seahawks win at home 32-17 over Cleveland to improve to 7-0 on the year. The Cleveland Browns will fall to 4-3. And we mentioned that the game ended on a 22-play drive by Seattle that killed the final 10 minutes, 12 seconds of the game. 6 first downs. That drive, by the way, included a penalty on a blocked punt, or a penalty on a punt. We do welcome Dennis to the stage. Dennis, how we doing tonight, buddy?
Hey, I can't hear you. Hold on.
Oh, really? You can't? How about now? Not hearing me, huh? I'm pretty sure I'm coming through because I checked it earlier. Yeah, I'm coming through here.
Well, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I just want to say
we can hear you.
Good game, Dan. It was a tough one. The Rolls kind of just went downhill. All the penalties really threw off the balance of the game, but it could have easily gone the other way. So, I've gotten pretty lucky so far this year, not losing a game yet. But
still can't hear me.
My time's coming, so don't worry about that. So, I think I'm. Let me see.
Yeah, you were having trouble hearing me.
Audio.
Trying to see if maybe
it's Can you talk now?
I'm still talking. Can you hear me?
For wireless. Okay. How about that? Say something, Tim.
Yeah, I'm here to go if you're ready.
I can hear you now. Yeah, I
hey,
gotcha.
Dennis, congratulations on the win, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. It's going to be an interesting stretch run for the NFC. Lots of teams with good quality, but there's no bully among them. Everybody has a chance in these games. So
that was an impressive 22-play drive to kill the final 10 minutes, 12 seconds of that game, Dennis.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that long. But I don't think. I think at that point
that counts the taking. That counts the kneels. But yes, 22-play drive, 6 first downs.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I think Dan at that point had just like pretty much time to go to bed. It's like 1:00 in the morning on the East Coast. So yeah, I appreciate him playing late. But happy to get the win. I think it's like I said, it's going to be a competitive season this year, and another day it would be Dan as the one taking the accolades and giving out the condolences to me. So.
Well, you got it done. Congratulations. You're still unbeaten in a very tough division. And who do you have coming up next week?
I don't know. I know the Niners are always looming.
Looks like you've got the Ravens coming up next week.
Nice. And then San Francisco twice. I haven't played them yet, have I? Yeah, I got twice in a 3-week stretch. So that's coming up. So Baltimore, Washington.
Later in the season because it's not in the next 3 weeks.
So it should be like I said, my time's coming. It should be quite evident that I'm not a powerhouse, but it's a good team, and I'm enjoying coaching them.
Well, you're doing a good job so far. No one's that surprised, and I sure wish you the best of luck as we go on down the season. I appreciate you popping in tonight, Dennis. You know I always do, buddy.
All right, take care. Thanks for all your broadcasting stuff.
Of course, buddy. Have a great night, man.
Take care.
All right, there you go, guys. That was one of the legends out here, 4 championships to his name, Dennis Crowley, all of them with the Seattle Seahawks, 2 of them against me, by the way. He's obviously a good coach, knows what he's doing, gets it done tonight at home with a big win over the Browns. Final score 32-17, if I recall that right. Yes, indeed, 32-17. So that's it. 2 broadcasts in the night. We'll have more coming up as we move on, having a good time and enjoying the 2023 USFFL season. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.